Ni Mungu unayeweza, unaweza kuokoa. Wewe ni Mungu wetu, ni Mungu unayeweza, unaweza kuponya. Ni Mungu wetu, ni Mungu unayeweza, unaweza kuhuisha.
Okay, this is another caregiver from the other side of Kiimba village, and I want to ask her maybe her name and maybe her expectations and her feelings based on this program that has brought maize to the less fortunate in Kiimba village. I'll just begin by maybe asking her what is her name. Nyinginga? Well, she's Karen Wakula Odero. Where do you come from? Kiimba Makani. Kiimba, which part of Kiimba? Because we understand Kiimba is diverse. We have Kiimba Walagaya, Kiimba Walagi, Kiimba from Masisi. We also have Kiimba from the other side of Sena and even other places. So specifically, where in particular do you come from? Here Kiimba Makani. Here Kiimba Makani. Where do you come from? Tosaniagi Kanyidaka. You stay at Konyaero. That is, she stays at Konyaero, that is in Masisi. They are part of Kiimba people who live in Masisi village, and that's where she comes from. I want to ask you to be Joka Kiimba Makono Nungi Unichamche Kadonge. Well, she says that they're aware that there are supposed to be this distribution of maize at the field here in Kiimba for the entire population of Kiimba, basically targeting those who are very vulnerable and in dire need. And koro daher penjin to iwinjo nade mor mane ma intiere go de chunyi kibiro kawo cham Kiimba ka.
An gi mon ga go ero kamano nyathi ma nyithinde mateko gi Nyasaye mi moya mo mi otimo gi timo kawuone korola.
She's saying that she's so much excited and so grateful to those children, the sons of Kiimba and daughters who have actually made this day an occasion where they are now able to take at least food to their homes, and their children are now in a position to at least be expectant and sure of having a meal for today. I want to ask another question. Dine bedni kawuono chiemo ni neonge ang'o dino timore ne nyithindi? That is, supposing for today this program wasn't here, this activity wasn't taking place, and there was no this relief program, what would have taken place in that family and maybe for her children? Ang'o dino timore?
Nimalo timore na dwari yo kaka wadi yoga penge sani to kongo yuto kwa yudo kaka yudo twadhi mana rego twadhi chiemo gi ngono ruon.
She's saying that if at all this program wasn't actually in place today, this family would have spent a night without food, because this has become part and parcel of what happens in this family, because now their incomes are shattered and they cannot even walk out maybe to go and fend for their families because of the COVID-19 and maybe the government restrictions and regulations based on social distancing. And diary marmuda penji ni to diwacha ngokum team machal kamaindi. What would you say about this kind of action?
Anati wacha mane nyasaye majangono medito ni to wago tema no okonyaka man kanya kamume wacha mine mabito wa ngono maruto mudo dak bed kod gi nyaka rom kod gi nyasaye.
And she's saying that may God continue to grace and also protect and also provide for our sons and daughters who have actually made this day, this occasion, a day for them. And she's saying that God bless you so much. Where did you say that you come from? She's saying that she comes from Konyero, from the Odero Wakanyas. That is the other part of Kiimba, the Umungonya clan who stays at Masisi, the other sides towards Konyero. That's where she comes from. And her name is Karen Wakula Odero. Now, Karen, what's the amount of family? How large is your family? In Idagijiadi? She says that she stays in a household comprising of 14 people. And Koro Japargangwen Erika Kidoga Chiemo again. How do you normally fend for them? Like it you teach money?
Yes,
You do it you teach money? To pesa you do kanye?
Kaka yudo pesa, kumoni wete na makadili kanyalo yudo kagiri. Toka buo ko di nyalo miya cham, kat nyalo miya pesa nge wuchiem.
Samoro bit you teach mo kuma
tindo. Samoro nyalo sombo kidi ni ngato kandi go kaka kwa kanisa ni dwa gere.
Well, now she says that because of this large family that she has, and she depends so much on casual labor, and at the same time, she depends on humanitarian services, that is charitable organizations, and also people who have the heart to assist her. And sometimes she'd go out and maybe undertake some casual activities where she'd earn so little, just less than $1. Just imagine, vis-a-vis this large family that she's taking care of. And wawinjo ni chamgi the regnu kawuno nono, a machine mar stima, the regnu nono key. I'm asking them because we understand that they're going to be grinded for this maize freely in one of the electric posho mills at Ethiopia. I just want to find maybe from the rest of the other parents and the caregivers who've just come, what is their feeling about it? About they're saying that they're so happy about it and very much excited. Ereka kamano di konyo, how is that a relief to you? Ereka kamano en konyo kneun.
En konyo kneun ke dua golo pesa sling prangwen wadi rego go ten kuro rego no kuro yese mwa pako.
They're saying that in this essence they ought to have spent almost 40 shillings, but now because it's done freely, they praise the Lord for that, considering that most of them are living at $1 a day, and that would be too expensive also, considering that they have large families. Like Mama Karen says that she has a family of 11. I don't know, how large is your family? How large is your family? Yes. She has a family of 7. And you?
6.
She has a family of 6. And you?
8,
8. And you?
4,
4. And you?
7.
7. So you can realize that indeed this is a family that when they get this kind of relief, it's a whole thing to them. It's a whole blessing to them. Indeed, they are very, very appreciative. If you look at their hearts, they're so happy and very, very appreciative. And actually, even grinding for them freely is just but a whole relief, because 40 shillings for people who are living below $1 a day and people who depend so much on wages and casual labor, these are real relief, and they are really excited. We are equally excited and relieved as a family and also as a clan Kiimba as at large. We say thank you so much also on their behalf, as they also say thank you. And Nyasai Mundu with you. God bless you.
Brothers and sisters who live in the United States, for making this occasion and this process be a success. And right now, as we're speaking, most of these places have been hit by a lot of rains and a lot of floods, and also this epidemic, the coronavirus. So the food part has been a very difficult thing to get, and as we are got these programs today, which I can see and I'm witnessing it right now. The process is going on well, and I want to thank our people for being patient and coming in just to get something little, just to push them to reorganize.
Well, Mr. Port, can you tell me maybe what would be expectation for the day?
Expectation for the day is we are still waiting for some more members, because right now it's about 2 o'clock, and we are expecting some more members to start coming in at 2 o'clock just to get their little share. And like I said earlier, the process has been very successful, and I'm very much impressed. And I want to continue thanking our colleagues in the United States to know that it's been nice, it's been received well, and they should continue try to help less fortunate during this time of coronavirus and heavy rains.
Well, Mr. Port, I can see there's a lot of expectation maybe in the faces of these caregivers, or maybe these family members who've just come to collect their grains. What do you think would be the reason why they seem to be so excited and very expectant?
I think they're mostly excited based on what they had in the morning. They saw how the process was flowing out well, and that's why when they're coming in, they're very optimistic, and they look excited, as you can see their faces. And we're also thankful to God for also helping our people to provide this kind of relief.
Well, I've been here since morning. I didn't experience any kind of fracas, any kind of disorderliness. I saw people so much humble, so much expectant, and at the same time there's a lot of calmness. Would this be attributed due to the fact that most of the people that you're serving here are elderly caregivers and people from very humble backgrounds?
Yeah, I think with this kind of process, when you try to organize yourselves in an orderly manner, people trying to find that the system is flowing out very, smoothly. You get their names and you do a checklist, and we have our able ladies who have been working tirelessly since yesterday. I was there when they're compiling this list, and I'm very happy to report that they have done it so well and in a very organized manner.
Well, I heard you mention about food security in the village, or rather in Mfangano Island, and you happen to have mentioned the facts about the COVID-19 and maybe the rains that have been very torrential. Does that actually become one of the factors that has contributed to this kind of inflow of many household members who seem to be having no food, maybe not enough, maybe to fend for their families?
Yeah, because of the rains, heavy rains, most people did not plow or plant a lot of maize and all this kind of crops. So it's going to be a very difficult, and I think this process should continue based on what I've seen coming in, because the rains have really affected a lot of people, and it's going to be a long-term program to help our people here.
Well, seemingly the situation may prolong the COVID-19 issues, and based on maybe government regulations in regard to social distancing and curfew, it's like most of these households, they can't go out maybe to fend in for their families and attend maybe the casual labor as most of them do. And we understand that most of them are people who earn a wage of less than $1 a day. Then in regard to that, what would you say is actually this program an impact to the community and maybe to such kind of families?
Mostly, actually, based on my experience after being here for about 2.5 to 3 years, I think people need to try to organize themselves to start having some small shambas down by the lake shore, not really too close to the shore because of the rains, but we need to start thinking ahead, or be ahead of the curve, because this kind of thing should not catch us off guard.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Port, for that interactive moment with you. I want to go back maybe to Mr. Jojo Yugi to maybe tell us what he has maybe, because he's been here since morning, and I believe he has gathered a lot and has a lot maybe to report back.
Thank you, Mr. Kawaka. This program, the list was prepared yesterday, and up to now, and I'm going through the list, we have actually having a list of a total number of people, 270 people who are in the list to be served. And this includes Kiimba people in Walagi, Walagaya, Ramba, Masisi, and Sena. Actually, we have included every home. Every household has come here and have received something, 4 gorogoros or 8 gorogoros. There is no home which we have left, except maybe our home, which we have actually excluded from this program. So even if your family is included, even if you have at least, we wanted every home to have at least something. So I think the program is very, very good. I just request the people who are in the United States at least to continue with this program, because as we consider the weather, we are not going to have any harvest this year, a good harvest. So this is a program which actually should be continuing, not just this one only, it should continue. Mr. Madenge, who is here in the ground, can tell you more about this program.
Well, Mr. Collins, seems you know much about the ground, much about the community, and so much enlightened about many things happening here. Can you please report to us what you think is the situation and what was the situation actually even before this program, based on our levels of vulnerability, based on the COVID-19 and the torrential rains that we have been experiencing in Mfangano Island, that I understand even most of the households that have been evacuated, and actually even some of their farms, actually their shambas, their gardens have been washed away, and even the crops have been affected so severely that seemingly the harvest this time might be very poor, and we are likely to experience out of food insecurity.
Thank you so much, Kawaka. I've been here since morning, and I've been able to see how this process runs. I can tell you for a fact that this was welcomed long time ago, and I can tell you this will go a long way. We have really seen many come, even those who don't come from this village. People from the beach have been trickling in. You have seen the kind of a situation we have had here with the people who were not eligible to get the maize. But we have done what we could to be able to sustain all the members that came our way. Now, we have even gone further to update the list that we had, so that next time when we have this distribution going on, we can clearly tell the exact number that we target. But sincerely, we must appreciate our brothers and sisters in the United States. they've gone out of their way, this will not go unrewarded. God will surely reward each and every pocket that gave out something. And I want to say it was more severe this year than any other year, because in Kiimba, most of our fathers and mothers have gardens along the lake, but all the gardens were taken away by the flood. So it has been very, very unfortunate for them, and now this relief just came at the right time. I want to thank them and all our partners, Daktari. It is appreciated. I can tell you for sure it will go a long way. Thank you, and thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Calvin. And alongside Mr. Calvin, we also have another elderly member of this society who might also wish to maybe interrogate and interview. Please, can you tell me what is your name?
My name is Johnson.
Well, Johnson, where do you come from?
I come from just Kiimba, but we are living at a bit different place.
How do you call that place?
It is called the Yokia village.
Okay, so you come from Yokia village.
Yes.
How did you come to know about this activity?
We came to know about this activity because I heard people speaking about it.
Yes, please.
And when I was just moving towards the lake, I saw some of the birds and maize. So I tried to ask, and they told me that these bugs are being taken to your place called Kiimba. So I also came.
So, well, by the time that you realized that this relief is taken to your village, Kiimba, what was your expectation at that time?
My expectation was that I was very sure that I'm going to get at least a portion.
Well, now that you've got your portion, what difference is it going to make in your family?
Exactly. It will help my family for a short time. That one I must appreciate, because my family, I don't have a very big family, but it is going to help me for about almost a week. And that one will also give me time to go and get another way of getting more.
Well, apart from your family, we know that in your community here, we have so many other families that are large actually, and maybe their income is too meager. What would you say about such kind of families based on actually this relief?
It is true that some of the families are really suffering, and I would like to appreciate what has the American, our friends in America have done. That one is going to help most of them, because even what we were getting here, we are not getting personally. We were getting, even those people who are suffering, we are also getting. And I know if our friends in America will continue helping us, those people who are not well established, they will get at least a way of getting their lives.
So in a special way, what would you tell actually the people in the US that have facilitated this particular relief program?
Okay, I'm a retired teacher. I am just suggesting that our friends in the USA, this would keep helping these people, helping us. If they continue helping us, this one is going to be appreciated. I must appreciate, and even the local people here, very old women have appreciated what we have done. And I wish them and I give them courage that they should do that one to help people.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your concerns and also your appreciations were recorded. Thanks very much, and you have a good time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kawaka.
Thank you. Now, this is day 2 of our Kiimba USA Famine Relief, and today we are at Sena. Here we are meeting Kiimba people that are residing in Sena village, and as you can see, this is almost all of them here presented. And in this essence, I'm going to take this opportunity to maybe talk with one of them, just to tell us what he feels and maybe some of the expectations that this community and maybe this family would be having. And therefore, with us here, I have a member of this community who is actually from Kiimba but residing in Sena. Please, can you tell us who your name is?
Ani Lugani Eliud Kichio Juang, and Jaka Kiimba Modak Sena, specifically Adak Wakiangata.
And are you aware that today we were supposed to meet here to provide this food for the famine relief?
Yeah, then a surprise, me Gimakama no Timore, koro nanene wall marwa mar joka Kiimba. Koro nabedo gi mor ahinya ka winjo ni gima kama dhi timore. Anyalo wacho ni ang'eyo ni gima dhi timore kawuono ka.
And therefore, what is your expectation based on this?
Ang'eyo ni jowa modak koni dhi bedo gi mor ahinya nikech ok wadak e community marwa to wadak koni. To ka gimoro timore kocha kae to wan be iparo koni wayudo ni mano miyo wabedo gi mor achiel kata wadak koni. Koro mani en mor maduong' ahinya.
I understand that most of these people who have come here, they are so vulnerable. And based on the fact that this time, seemingly, our food production may be jeopardized by the torrential rains that we have experienced. And also in regard to that, it's like our crops are dying out because of these rains. Does it really mean that this food relief would be actually relief to these families based on food security issues?
Mano gima adieri kabisa nikech chalni ji ne kodh ni ochwe mang'eny ma ji nokopuro maber. Kendo chamo bedo ni tiere gi tin, ji nokopuro kaka ne onego bed ni gipuro. Koro mani en gima duong' ahinya kendo kaka ochakore ni onego bed ni ma gima kelowa kanyakla achiel kendo ka jowa ma odhi mowuok e gweng'wa mar Kiimba nyalo bedo ni gichiwo ne community marwa mar Kiimba. Nikech ang'eyo ni mondo wabedi kuma wantiere kendo ji mantiere oko bendo bed kuma gintiere no nyaka bed ni nitiere gima joka Kiimba notimo e ngimagi. Koro ma en mor maduong' ahinya.
And now, Mr. Kiche, it's like you're telling us that indeed this community, it's a relief to them.
Now, relief maduong' ahinya nikech wamor mani kwadwa rego wan gi mogo koro wamanyo mna lot mich bichame.
And now, what would you say in terms of maybe sustaining this kind of program?
No, mani kanyalo dhi mbele, especially seche ma weche tek kamagi nyalo bedo gima duong' ahinya. Kendo mani aparo ni ngimana emotimore for the very first time. Ne pok aneno gima chal kama kotimore. Miyo nyithindwa mantiere loka wago erokamano maduong' ahinya. Kendo kik uwe gima program machal kama ni tho. Onego obed ni odhi mbele. Kata wan bende mwandala koni wanyalo join matin to ka ubugo walwedo to wang'e ni ji koro wabro bedo ni ok wanyal ng'ato ok nyal tho nikech kech.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Kiche. Also with us here, we have another elderly member of this community, member of this family. I would wish to take also a brief moment maybe to interact with him and that he may tell us actually what are his feelings and maybe what he can say about this program. Inyalo wacho nade kuom wach makawuono ni?
Nagoyo kamano ahinya. To nikech wan be wamor. Ok waikore ni ji nyalo biro. Wadwaro ni nyithindwa mani oko mondo par. Nikech tuoni osedaro wandas.
To inyalo nyisa ni in to in ng'ano kaendi to iluongi nade?
An iluonga ni Paulus Obiero, joka Kiimba modak Sena. Kiimba original.
To kapenji dine bed ni kawuono cham ni ne onge ka, ang'o ma dino timore ne jo odi kata nyithindi?
Gima yudore nikech sani piny odhi kod ji marach, en mana nindo kech, ema de wanindo. Kaka obiro ni ang'eyo ni wadhi chiemo
To minwa in kama idake in gi nyithindo adi e odi kata jok mirito?
An gi nyithindo auchiel. Adak dala.
Nyisa ni abiriyo. Nyisa ni nyingi.
Nyinga Flermina Oko Biero Mumbwe.
This is Flermina Oko Mumbwe, and she says that she has a household of a capacity of 7 whom she takes care of. I just wanted to ask her maybe what would become of her probably tomorrow, supposing we never had this food relief. Dine beni kawuono ni okoido chiemo ni, ang'o ma dino timore gi jodi? Now, she's telling me that suppose this program, this activity today wasn't there, then it's like this family would have gone without a meal that is for tomorrow. So in Erika Kido Pesa, where do you get money probably to take care of this family? Now, she so much relies on maybe humanitarian assistance, and that's why I would say really to have this program and maybe to have this activity here today is a great relief to this family, and it's a great relief to most of these people, understanding that indeed there are people who are very vulnerable, and most of them are prone to the dangers related to poverty. And that's why indeed you can see they've come in numbers indicating that truly they were vulnerable. And that's why they actually say that thank you so much. And actually, if you look at their face, they're equally very anticipative and very, very much excited due to this activity today. And on behalf, actually, Mr. Kiche representing them, I think he can always say just a word of thanks on behalf of this community.
Allow me to take this opportunity to thank all the brothers, the sisters, and everybody else who has seen it and to be something important to the community, just to give back to the community, especially at this particular time. May God continue to bless you abundantly so that this venture may not stop here but continue even in the times to come. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kiche. Welcome.